Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to the first edition of GAP, Gopher Advisory Period. Today, we want to talk about your transcripts. It's important that you know how many credits you have, how many credits you need. And this lady right here, Miss Issel, is going to help us out. Miss Issel? Good morning. Do you mind helping us with our students' transcripts?
Not at all. Let's talk transcripts.
Okay, I want these kids to know what they have, what they need, and take some ownership. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I'll be the student. You can be Miss Issel.
Okay. Well, I printed a transcript that we're going to pretend is yours.
Okay. Miss Issel, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just taking classes because someone told me I had to take them.
Yep.
So I'm trying to go to class and make my grades. So can you tell me, like right here, when I see this transcript, what it means?
Sure. Okay, so the first thing you want to look at the top, you'll have your personal information at the top of your transcript.
Okay.
You can see we've kind of cut this one off, but we know we're looking at your 11th grade transcript.
11th.
And then also in that top section, you've got an end of course section.
Okay.
One of our graduation requirements in the state of Texas is that you have to get the required credits, but you also have to pass 5 of our state's end of course exams.
Is that the STAR?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's the high school version of the STAR test.
Okay.
So the 5 that you have to pass are going to be English 1, Biology, U.S. History, English 2, and Algebra 1.
Oh, it looks like I've passed English 1.
Exactly.
And, because I'm 11th grader, and that's when I have U.S. history. Is that correct?
That's correct. You probably haven't even attempted U.S. history yet, but I know that when you do, we'll get it on
successful.
here. Absolutely.
Yes.
The other thing I want you to notice about the EOCs, next to each one, it tells you, like you see the Roman numerals for 2, that tells you that when you took your English 1 test, you met level 2, and I can see that you did that when you took the test in spring of 2015. So all of your freshman level exams would have been taken spring of 2015. That's your English 1 biology and your Algebra 1, and you passed them all. Nice job.
I knew I could do it.
Nice job.
I bet I've got good grades then too.
Yes, let's look. The center section, this piece right here where it says school awarding credit, that's really just the state's way of identifying what schools you attended. So one of those numbers, this one, it just represents Grand Prairie High School. So they know that's the school that gave you the credit.
Perfect.
So you really don't need to
worry about that.
That doesn't really matter.
Okay.
This whole center section, this is your academic history. So we've got it broken down by subject. So the first thing we've got is the language arts section. Okay. So I can see the school year that you took the course. So in the 14-15 school year, you took English 1, and then I can look over and see that semester 1, there's your grade.
Bam.
And it's a passing grade. So if I move even further to the right, I can see you got your half credit for the first semester of English 1.
Greatness.
It looks like you also had a language arts elective, journalism, that same school year. And that's first semester 81, second semester 88. And so you got your full credit.
I got a full credit because I went to both semesters.
Both semesters, exactly.
Yeah,
and that semester we were missing of English 1, it's down here just a little bit further.
There it is.
Shows up under semester 2 and 88, and there's your other half credit.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks really great, Miss Cole.
Okay.
I can see that you've got every course that you've attempted, you've gained that credit.
Great. That's the whole plan. I think probably the reason why I've got these good grades is because I've been going to class.
That definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Piece, absolutely. Okay, cool. Now, can I pretend to be somebody else?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me show you one thing. In case you're ever wondering how many credits you have, down here at the bottom you can look for your credit total. So right now you're sitting at 16 credits. It's a great place to be as a junior.
As a junior, so as a freshman, I probably got what?
You can get up to 7 because you took 7 full year courses.
Okay, so then to be a sophomore, I have to have how many credits?
11 and a half.
Okay, 11 and a half, okay. And then, so hey, I am doing good because as a junior, I've got, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
You are rocking and rolling.
What else is down here?
Okay, so down at the bottom you have some statistics about your academic history. So we can look and see that the class rank, the last time we ran our class rank was in June after we ended the school year. And I can see that you came in ranked as number 84
Wow.
out of 715 students in your class.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice job.
All right.
Nice job. So your GPA is calculated on here. Your GPA currently is at a 3.433.
Okay.
So I'm sure at some point during GAP, maybe later on in the year, we'll talk about how to calculate your own GPA.
Oh, great.
Because that's a fun one.
That would be fun.
Yep. And the other thing that you see is your quartile. So it pretty much, it breaks down all of the kids in your class into quarters, and you fall in that top 25%. So that puts you in the quartile 1.
And I bet that's probably
good
important
place
if
to
I want
be.
to go to college and stuff too, right?
Absolutely.
They're going to look at this stuff,
Yep.
aren't they?
Yep. All of that is going to show up on that application.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
How about over here?
Over here you'll see the graduation plan that you are currently on. Right now you're scheduled to graduate under the Foundations High School program, which is what most freshmen, sophomore, and juniors are going to see at the bottom of their transcript. If you are a senior, and I think we've got one here, if you are a senior, your graduation plan is going to say that you're on the recommended high school plan, because
okay.
that's for anybody who's graduating in the year 2017.
Okay, so I know that the seniors, the grade above me, has a little bit different plan.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The state of Texas changed things up a little bit, so
Okay.
not a big deal.
Okay. All right. So now that I pretended to be that student that had my stuff all together, how about
Yeah.
some of the ones that may be needing some extra help?
Well, let's look at, I want to show you this one.
Okay. So I got to pretend to be another junior.
This is another
Okay.
junior, yep. And this junior has a couple of things that I want to point out.
Okay.
I want to point out that if you look at this center section, you'll notice that some of the grades, some of the semester averages have the little asterisks by it. And if you look at this one that's right here, see that that's an 82. That would have been
not
in a
bad.
BIM class,
Not
right?
bad, yeah.
That's an 82, but that asterisk means that you didn't go to class.
Oh.
So something happened and you missed more than 10% of the seat time, so you didn't get to get that credit.
But I made an 82.
You did make an 82, but you didn't meet the 90% rule. You've got to be in class 90% of the time in order to get that credit.
Okay, so I knew attendance was going to play a part in this.
It is.
It's a
It
big
is.
part, isn't it? Okay.
Yep. And if you look over here, second semester, you didn't go to class second semester either, and it started showing in your grade.
Right.
So even though you technically passed the first semester, if you look over here, you still have 0 credits for BIM.
No credit.
Yep.
Okay. And
Unfortunately.
Same grade though, 11th grade. Just, I guess, the differences of what kids going to class or not going to class. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but this person has
Yep.
taken a lot more classes. Look,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been in class since the 12-13 school year.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
they've been taking a lot of classes. It's just taking them longer to accumulate the credits to be a junior.
Because, yeah, I see.
Yep, this person should probably be a senior.
Okay, so that, I know that I had some friends that happened to.
Yeah, it happens. And you can see if you look down the column for credits, there's several places where, the person sat in the class and didn't get
Receive credit.
the credits that they needed. So they're probably busy in night school, maybe doing some credit recovery things, trying to get back on track.
And isn't there going to be like some kind of tutorials going on that can help me if I need? That'd probably be another gap to talk about, huh?
Yeah, I would definitely pay close attention to Gopher News
Okay.
and pay close attention to GAP, because you're going to hear about the options that we have for you.
Okay, great. Okay, that's 11th grade. Now, what else can we talk about? Maybe,
Well, here's one that's a little, there's not as much on it.
Okay, and that's, 10th, now I'm a 10th grade student.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a 10th grader, and you can see just looking at this section right here that they've only taken courses in the 15-16 school year. So they just have 1 year of history on their transcript, which is fine. Their EOCs, their freshman level EOCs, they passed all of them. Yay. It looks like the first time, so nice job. This year they'll be scheduled into English 2 and they'll get a chance to attempt that one.
Of course, that's the junior year for history.
Yep.
Okay, so right on track looks like.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I can tell by looking at this that this person actually took pre-AP courses. So that G and Q kind of denotes that it's a more challenging course that they were enrolled in.
So, okay.
All sorts of fun things to know about a transcript.
Actually, it's great, but it seemed like it's kind of confusing. I wish there was some kind of way that we could check some stuff off once the kids finished it. Is there a way we could do that, Miss Hassel?
There is, and everybody's is going to be a little bit different because they're on different graduation plans. But the one thing that is consistent is kind of how we track our core classes.
And that's the English, social studies, science, and math.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So let's go back to the first one that we were looking at.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk you through how to fill out this kind of credit check sheet.
Oh, okay.
But we're only going to focus on the core classes this week.
Okay.
So here's a pencil for you.
Okay.
And looking at the transcript, we see English 1. And I see that first semester of English 1, you earned an 89. So why don't you take that 89 and put it in that first box? Then we know that requirement is out of the way.
Out of the way. Okay.
And I can look now for English 1 second semester, and that's an 88.
Okay. So put it right there.
Yep. So I can see now that you have
completed
that first requirement for English.
Perfect.
English 2, it looks like you took that in the 15-16 school year, and you made an 87.
Right here?
Yep. Both semesters. So we get to put that in both spots.
Okay. So now I just need to have 4 more boxes.
Right. And are you in these classes now?
Right now.
Perfect. So at the end of the year, you'll be able to fill those 2 in.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah. So we'll go to the math section. Algebra 1, it looks like first semester was an 88.
Okay.
Second semester, 85.
All right. I'm got typical B student.
That's right. You're consistent. Geometry is an 83 first semester and a 91 for the second semester.
There's my A.
That'll help the GPA. And I would bet that you're enrolled right now in Algebra 2.
I am. Okay. That's
perfect.
This is making lots
so
of sense.
every semester you get to fill in a box as you finish that semester up.
Yeah, and if my goal personality is coming out, I like these checklists.
I like boxes, you're right. Okay, so science. The first science that you took was biology, and that's an 82 first semester.
Okay.
And a 94 second semester.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. And then the following year you took chemistry.
That's a little harder.
It is a little bit more difficult. 78 first semester.
Okay.
And an 81 second semester. Very good.
And right now I'm enrolled in physics.
Perfect.
Okay.
For social studies, your freshman year you took world geography.
Right.
And you earned a 90 for the first semester.
Okay.
And a 90 for the second semester.
All right.
Perfect. And then your 10th grade year, you took world history and made an 88.
Okay.
And then second semester, a 90.
Okay. You know what, Ms. Isel? Why don't we let the kids that are listening to the video fill out their sheet?
I think it's a great idea. I think for now we focus on just the 4 core.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the specifics of the electives at a later time.
I think that's awesome. I'm so excited because it seems like, you know, when you're in school, like I said, you're just taking the classes and you're just going right along and people ask you stuff and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, this is empowering.
Well, how neat is it to see that you're halfway there?
I know, that's exciting.
And what's even more exciting is after the semester when you get to come back and fill in more boxes and you can see graduation coming up.
Okay, I got some more questions. Like I mean, maybe not about this, but like, you know, retesting and it just got my mind thinking all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that maybe the next gap?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, so let's
absolutely. Come
concentrate
back
on-
anytime.
I'm just so thankful that we got to talk today.
I'm glad
Thank
you
so
came
much.
by.
Guys,
Absolutely.
get busy on these transcripts. Isn't this awesome? Your checklist, and I want to see them too. So have fun and take ownership, and we'll see you next time on GAP.